Nintendo just gave us a look at Wave 4 with a brand new Yoshi's Island themed track, but did something that everyone thought was never going to happen, is adding additional characters to this game as well. It added the addition of Birdo, and we know for a fact that more characters are coming back, because officially from Nintendo it states that returning characters from past games will make their appearance. Now we don't know how many characters, whether it be 1, 2, or 3 per wave, but through Wave 4 and 6 we will be receiving more characters from past Mario Kart games. So today we're going to try to figure out who these characters could be. So in order to do this, I wanted to start off by going through all the past games and seeing what characters from those games are not in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe right now. So we will be starting off with Super Mario Kart's DK Jr. Now DK Jr. did return in Mario Kart Tour and has a really cool 8-bit sprite look to it, and I really love this 2-dimensional character in this 3-dimensional game. It really is a weird take, but I feel like if they do bring this character back, it will be a 3D model this time instead of a 2D sprite, but who knows, maybe Nintendo just says, you know what, the 2D sprite is already in Tour, let's just slap it in to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So we just got Birdo from Mario Kart Double Dash, but we have 3 other characters that definitely could make the cut. We have Paratroopa, which we do have Koopa Troopa, so maybe this is just an alt that gives them wings. I don't know, I don't see this being that hard though, but of course you have Diddy Kong. I feel like Diddy Kong is that character that's always missed out on the Mario spin-offs for some reason, and just should be there. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong should be a given, so I would love to see Diddy Kong make the appearance. And of course, Petey Piranha. Petey Piranha, I think, is the most likely out of this entire list, pretty much, because not only did they just get added in Tour, but Piranha Plant Cove is a new track that is designed and based around Petey Piranha, with statues of Petey all over the entire track. So we know that track is also coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, thanks to a data mine, so I would say it's a given that Petey Piranha will show up in this game. Rob was always such a weird character for Mario Kart DS. It's like one of the very first times we got a non-Mario character in the game. So will we ever see Rob return, because we haven't seen him since Mario Kart DS? I don't know about this one. I feel like this was just like a wacky choice by Nintendo, and I don't know if they're ever going to revisit it. I would love it, since this game already has characters outside of Mario like Animal Crossing, Zelda, and Splatoon, so I could see it happening, but I just am not 100% sure. It is a very weird character, it's a very weird choice, and maybe Nintendo just wants to forget about Rob. I hope that's not the case, but we'll see. There are so many mods to play as Funky Kong in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because people just love this character. Now, we did see Funky Kong in Mario Kart Wii, but not again until Mario Kart Tour. But this character is still relevant for sure, and a lot of people just love him in spin-off games. Even Mario Baseball itself had Funky Kong, just playing baseball with a surfboard. But I would love to see Funky Kong's return as well. I think Funky Kong and Petey Piranha seem like fan favorites that people really want to see return, so I hope we do see Funky Kong return, even though it's mostly a Donkey Kong character. Throw them in, please, Nintendo, it just makes sense. Next up, we have Wiggler and Honey Queen, which is a very weird choice even to this day. I know they needed a heavyweight female character, so I guess it works, even though it's a side character and she was extremely huge in Mario Galaxy. I don't think Honey Queen is ever coming back. I think that was just an excuse to have a heavyweight female character, and that's about it. Unless they absolutely need another one, I just do not see Honey Queen making a return. Who knows? Mario Galaxy did return on the Switch. Maybe they want to also just throw her in because of that. But Wiggler makes more sense out of all of them because Wiggler is like in every single Mario game ever. So I can definitely see Wiggler returning if any of them do. But Mario Kart Tour is where it's at because there's about 10 original characters that are not in Mario Kart 8 right now. And we know with all the tracks coming from Mario Kart Tour, we know there's going to be a lot of characters coming from that game as well. Especially since lots of those characters also originated from the past games and they have new models. Tour is the place to go. So the characters that we have, Pauline just makes sense. It's like the brand new star Mario character that's in everything now. She's even in the Mario movie confirmed. Hammer Bro, my personal favorite. There's also alts for them like Fire Bro, Boomerang Bro, Ice Bro. I really would love to see them. That's like my character. That's my boy. I don't know if it's going to happen. We got Charging Chuck, which is an enemy that's making their debut as a main character now, I feel like. Like, we even have them in Mario Golf, so maybe there's a chance we could see Charging Chuck. King Bob-omb, another fan favorite that's really appearing in a lot of stuff lately. I can definitely see him coming in the game. Kamek is still mind-blowing to me that they're not in this game. It just feels like it's the next Birdo because it just makes sense. Dixie Kong probably won't happen. It's a little bit too far of an extension of the Kong family. I think they're just going to push her to the side and just forget about her. You know, I definitely see King K. Rool making it in even over her. I don't know why. I just feel that way. Nabbit, Kind of. I mean, they're also kind of making their debut with some of the Mario spin-offs like the sports games, and also obviously New Super Mario Brothers is just selling so well still, so maybe they want to throw Nabbit in there. You have Monty Mole, which is just another enemy, but Monty Mole's all over the tracks. Maybe they want to stay away from that character. But two other characters we have is Captain Toad, which could just be an alt for Toad. I mean, that would just make a lot of sense, or just give Toad colors. And then we have Peachette, which could be an alt for Toadette, but they could also make it for Peach just because it looks like Peach, even though it isn't Peach. But Peachette, yeah, I don't see that happening. That just doesn't make sense. Please don't put Peachette in this game. Now, Nintendo did say these are all going to be returning characters, but what about new characters? They said the same thing about the tracks, yet we got some new tracks. I don't want to go outside of the Mario universe right now, and that could be for a separate video, but I think these could be some characters that we could get if Nintendo wanted to give us a couple of new ones as well. For one, you got Goomba / Paragoomba. This just makes sense. Goomba is like the main primary enemy, and you even see them in Mario Party and Mario Sports spin-offs. Throw Goomba in a cart. Who cares if he has no hands? Spike would be another good one. He's an enemy kind of on the rise. You could have Boo. Since you have King Boo, why not have regular Boo? You got Pom Pom and Boom Boom, which are just series staples. Cappy would be really cool thanks to Mario Odyssey, and just seeing Cappy return in any way, shape, or form would be awesome. And Egad as well, not just because of Luigi's Mansion, but he's just kind of building his character up. He's been in lots of Mario games, believe it or not, and even had some main focuses in some, such as making Flood in Super Mario Sunshine. So I would love to see Egad kind of weave his way into the main Mario roster from now on. Next up, we have Piantas and Nokis. They're all over the stage, sometimes just watching in the audience, so I would love for them to actually join the race. It would just kind of make sense. There's also lots of tracks based on Mario Sunshine throughout the years, so let them race. You have the Sprixie Princess from Mario 3D World, which is a really cool character, kind of. I mean, there's lots of also different colors and different forms of them based on the different worlds, which would be really cool if you could choose from. But they're also in Mario Tennis Aces for some reason, so give him a shot, maybe. King K. Rool, just a big croc. You know, his name is coming up even more now thanks to Smash Brothers. The villain of DK, why not? Toadsworth would be another good one, maybe just another alt for Toad. Baby Wario and Baby DK, they got all these different babies, even Baby Rosalina this time around. Why not give us Baby Wario and Baby DK, because they're actually canon. I mean, they were in Yoshi's Island DS, so bring them over to Mario Kart. Bring all the babies. And then finally, I have Paper Mario, just because it's a cool little spin-off Mario game that could jump in. Paper Mario is just kind of slowly growing even more and more, even though the franchise has fallen off from where it used to be. But I would love to see Paper Mario and maybe his own little custom paper cart that it could come with as well. And then the last category that I wanted to add was new versions and variations of characters that we already have. And the first one, I think we should have more Koopa Troopa colors. That'd be really cool, especially since Mario Odyssey had different ones with different hats. The racing Koopa Troopas would be really cool. King Boo Mansion alt. Please, that's all I'm gonna say. It's already in tour. Please just give King Boo an alt that matches Luigi's Mansion, because Luigi's Mansion's King Boo is miles superior. I will die on that hill. You could give Wario a WarioWare alt that kind of gives him his jacket and kind of his biker look. Dry Bones has tons of different colors within the spin-offs, especially like Super Sluggers. There's dark Dry Bones, there's a blue one, there's a pink one, so how about throw those in? There's also multiple colors from like the Paper Mario series, so just give more colors of Dry Bones. I think they could do that. Toad is a extremely strange one. How are there not different color Toads when Nintendo loves Toad colors? Like, it's in everything now. How is there not Toad colors? I will actually be shocked out of my mind if we don't get an update that adds new Toad colors. We should also get new Inkling options, or maybe even Octoling alts for the Splatoon characters. Right now, there's only a couple, which is kind of weird, especially considering the fact that there are so many different ways you can make your characters in that game, and they're all kind of based off of Splatoon 1, so I would like to see new hairstyles and stuff would be really cool. Links from other games could also make an appearance. Right now, we only have like Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild Link. What if they added new ones, like maybe even like the new Tears of the Kingdom style Link would be really cool. And then finally, new villagers for the villager boy and girl options. For instance, different skin tones would be really nice to have, like a black villager, but we'll see what they do with that. Those are outside of the Mario property, so maybe they don't want to touch those anymore, like those are done. But who knows? You never know, because they did add Breath of the Wild Link eventually, so they definitely could add more alts to some of these characters, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. As far as how many of these characters are we getting, I'm saying we're going to get around 7 characters, at least 7 returning characters, and also have predictions for 7 new ones. So the 7 returning characters that I think makes the most sense, just because 7 would make a new row completely perfectly. So I'd say Diddy Kong, Petey Piranha, Funky Kong, Pauline, King Bob-omb, Kamek, and Nabbit would make the cut. Now, of course, I think the only chance of us getting new characters, we'll only get like 2 or 3. But I'll say that if Nintendo gave us 7 new characters, these would be the characters that we would get. We would get Goomba/Paragoomba, Spike, Boom Boom, Egad, Pianta, King K. Rool, and Toadsworth. And those are all the new characters that I think could come to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is super exciting to even talk about because everyone doubted that new characters would ever come because Nintendo would never do that, right? Well, Nintendo is the most unpredictable company ever, and as you can see, we are getting these characters. But what characters would you want to see in this game? And did you agree with any of my choices? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Mario Kart and Nintendo in general, and like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.